It's the episode where Katie fell down the stairs.
I did.
Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast, starring Katie.
Who fell down the stairs.
And me, KJ.
And me.
Who didn't fall down the stairs. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I feel like I would know if my foot was broken, so I think I'm fine.
Okay, all right, good. We don't like injuries on the podcast. The last time you were sitting in this living room, it was the four of us. It was Kitsy, our paranormal investigator, and Jonna. What would we call it? Producer Jonna? We need to give her a name. Because she's not really producing.
Jonna?
Well, you know, like, what's she known for? She's known for, she's the...
Hallmark Channel Jonna.
She's the Hallmark movie junkie?
Yes.
Right? Okay. But remember, Kitsy injured herself.
Did she?
Yeah, remember? She was doing the...
Yes, I remember.
The what's it called run?
The Naruto Run.
The Naruto Run?
Yes.
Am I saying that right?
Close enough.
Okay. Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
Naruto Run.
Yes.
So she was doing the Naruto Run, and then she pulled a muscle, and I think she ended up having to go to the chiropractor to get adjusted.
Wonderful.
And you fell down the stairs.
I did. I had my hot chocolate in one hand because I went and got a fancy hot chocolate from this little local coffee house, and I was having a good day because I took a half day at work today because I had to go to the eye doctor. So I got my fancy coffee in one hand. I swing by the office, go pick up some stuff, right? Before I got to go back to work. Throw my head back to drink the rest of the hot chocolate. Fell down the stairs. And it was one of those where it was like I stepped on the side of my foot and then caught myself with the other side of my foot.
Oh, no. Do you have any bruises?
I don't know. I haven't looked yet.
Okay.
It feels like it.
I bet.
And then I was really embarrassed because I fell down the stairs into the lobby. And I was like, oh. So I scrambled to the side to hide against the wall so no one could see me.
I'm the worst person. I laugh at anyone who falls.
Me too.
In front of me. And I'm like, I laugh and then I'm like, oh, are you okay? And then if they are okay, then I laugh. So
and I heard some keys. So somebody was walking down the stairs behind me. So I was like, oh, I got to leave. And then I just left.
When we were going to see Iron Man 3, there was a guy who was sitting in front of us who went out to get popcorn or something. And when he was coming back up the stairs, he tripped up the stairs and fell. And my sister and I were laughing so hard. And then we realized we were the only people in the theater who were such jerks that we were laughing.
I've done it a lot.
Oh, sorry.
I've noticed I trip less now, and instead I jam my fingers in everything.
You do?
Yes. I close my fingers indoors almost once a day.
What was the last thing you jammed your finger in?
My car door, earlier today.
How?
Because I close it, but I don't let go. Mm-hmm. I don't know why.
We're going to talk about some nerdy stuff right now.
I don't have the survival reflex for my fingers.
Uh-huh.
So I'll swing the car door shut and not move my fingers in time.
Okay.
Yep. Or I do the same thing with my apartment door. I close it behind me and I get my fingers caught between the door and the wall.
Okay. Well, I'm going to confess one more thing and then we're going to get into the nerdy things that we've been doing. I do something similar. I step with the wrong foot opening the door.
Yep. Bump it.
And I slam doors into my foot all the time. Sometimes I even I pull it hard enough that I slam it into my head.
We did that once.
I
ripped the top part of my shoe at work, remember? Because I did exactly that. Yeah. Whoop.
All right. Well, we are kind of nerdy and we are really clumsy.
Yes.
Welcome to our show. We'll be talking about, because we haven't seen each other in a while. You took a vacation.
Yep.
I want to hear about that.
Yep. It wasn't nerdy. It was nature-y.
Ooh, that's kind of nerdy, though, to find that you're the nerdy nature girl.
Mm-hmm. Should start a nature blog.
Nature nerdy girl. Do you like nature enough to blog about it? I was going to say, you don't strike me as...
I really love nature parks, like national parks.
Yeah.
Right? I don't like nature.
I
don't like bugs. I don't like dirt.
You know what I like a lot is nature shows.
I like to watch nature on
because
TV.
Then I experience all of the beauty that this planet has to offer, and I'm not being bitten or getting a rash from poison ivy or having an asthma attack.
My feet don't hurt.
Yep.
I'm not hot and sweaty. I'm not tired.
I love planet Earth and all of that stuff. That is somebody else went out and braved the wild so that I could sit on the comfort of my couch and watch it.
There's a really good similar series on Netflix for Planet Earth. It's called Wild China, and it's just like nature and stuff of China. But it's also like the people and like the landscape and stuff like that, as well as nature. But it's very beautiful and it's very well done. And on our big TV, it looks really nice.
Oh, nice. Very nice. All right. But you still did some hiking. You did do
We
the
hiked
nature
12
thing.
miles.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, then we got to talk about nerdy stuff first. They don't come to us to hear us talking about how clumsy we are and how we don't like to go outside.
I didn't fall once on the trip.
We haven't seen each other in a while because you were out in nature. What have you been doing that's kind of nerdy? What's it? You got a gaming update for us?
I do.
Okay.
And I'm also getting excited for movies.
Okay. Good.
Good.
And I've got a TV show review and an actor from that TV show who wants to be on our show.
I also started a new TV show.
Yay. All right. Well, let's just start with you. Kind of nerdy. What's going on?
Okay. Let's do TV.
Okay.
So I started a new-
Here's Katie's TV update. Pow.
So I started a new TV show on Netflix. And it's been in my queue for, I don't know, since I had a Netflix account.
Sure.
Yep. And it's one of those where you kind of flip past it. You're like, kind of
Okay.
weird.
Hang on. If it's been in your Netflix queue since you got a Netflix account, it is not a new show.
It is a Netflix original. It's new to me. With a new season coming soon.
Ooh, okay.
But it's everything I like.
Oh my gosh, will you just tell us what it is?
I got to tease it a little bit. It's
I
drama.
don't know.
It's
what?
history. It's drama.
Okay.
It's cool accents. Amazing costume design.
What kind of accents?
English,
Okay.
I think.
Only English?
I can't tell. I had to turn the subtitles on because I don't know what they're saying half the time.
It's the accent that sounds way more sophisticated than us.
No.
No?
It's multiple. So like there's a little bit of English, there's a little bit of Irish, and I struggle to flip through them that quickly, in a conversation.
Yep.
So I had to turn the subtitles on.
Okay. All right.
But it's really good. I just got to season 2.
Uh-huh.
And it's very dramatic, which I
What
like.
is it?
Peaky Blinders.
Oh, I've not watched it at all, but I have had lots of recommendations.
I
for
watched
it.
5 minutes of the first episode like 2 years ago.
Okay.
And then never came back to it. Because I was like, I don't even know what they're saying. Not interested. Just moved on. But we got back from Mammoth Cave. And I was like, you know what? I would like to sit here and do nothing.
Yeah.
So I flipped through. I was like, you know what? Now's the time.
Yeah.
So I binge watched the entire first season, which is not that hard. It's like 6 or 7 episodes.
Oh, okay.
But it was really good.
Nice.
Yeah, I like the costume design. It's very well done. It's very pretty. Very Netflix originally.
Is there any kind of like comedy? Am I going to laugh? Am I going to cry? Where's it?
It's not really comedy. It's
Okay.
mostly drama.
Okay.
Like there's a couple like snarky comments here and there. But it has Cillian Murphy in it and, a couple other people that I kind of vaguely recognize from English TV because they have like 10 actors and they just use the same people over and over again.
For you to remember any actor's name is amazing.
I only know him because he has the strongest jaw I've ever seen.
Really? What else has he been in?
28 Days Later.
Nope.
He was also, I think it was Scarecrow
No,
in the
didn't
Dark
see it.
Knight series.
Oh, that guy.
That guy,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that
With
guy's
the
got a
beautiful baby
chin.
blues.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
he's pretty. He's in Peaky Blinders.
He's the main guy.
Oh, I might watch it then.
Yeah, right?
Okay. All right.
I was like, oh, I recognize him, kind of. I remember that one zombie movie no one talks about. Sure.
Yeah.
But,
No, I didn't know. I don't know that movie, but I remember him. From Dark Knight.
One of them, I can't remember if it's 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, has Jeremy Renner in it.
Oh, it does. Mm-hmm. Oh,
I can't remember which one, though, so you'll have to watch both. They were really good.
I don't know.
But
Jeremy.
it's the fast-running zombies, so like the scary kind,
Nope. That I think you were you talking about that before?
probably.
You were talking about fast running zombies on a train?
There's yes, that's Train to Busan, which is
Okay.
also on
This
Netflix
is
and really
different
good.
fast running
Yes.
zombies. Okay, I can't keep up with your fast running
Neither
zombies.
can I.
Well, no one can. They're fast running zombies.
Yes.
But
They're the scariest kind of zombies.
Getting back to Jeremy Renner, I mean, I like him, like I'm one of the only people on this podcast ever that's like Team Hawkeye.
My mom really loves Hawkeye. He's her favorite.
But I haven't gone out of my way to watch other Jeremy Renner things.
I think he's a good actor.
Yes.
When I can recognize him.
Yeah.
Because there's some stuff he's in. I was like, oh, that had Jeremy Renner in it. Oh. But I feel like that when I watch the credits of most movies with most actors. But like he was in that movie that I can't remember the name of that was like New York. It had Joaquin Phoenix in it. And Jeremy Renner was a magician, The Immigrant, something like that.
Okay. I was going to say, when you said Joaquin Phoenix, I'm like, I haven't seen anything with Joaquin Phoenix except that one movie you made me watch that I didn't like. Because he was creepy and weird.
Most of them.
Okay. Okay, because I'm going to forget about this, since we're in the subject of like Avengers land, the Comic-Con that is coming to Chicago, Ace Comic-Con Midwest, they just announced that Chris Hemsworth is coming.
As Thor or Fat Thor?
Well, I mean, I assume I don't think he actually put on the weight for the role,
it was
right?
definitely like a fat suit, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. So I think he's probably going to be himself. So he's going to be there. They just added him along with Tom Holland, Spider-Man, and Jake Gyllenhaal. Mysterio.
Can't trust him.
Did you see Spider-Man?
Yes, I did.
We
never talked about it because I saw it like right before I left.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so you have seen Spider-Man Far From Home. So
yes.
Time for Katie's Spider-Man Far From Home. Finally an update.
I finally like Spider-Man.
You did!
Finally.
Oh my gosh, I wish my husband was here to hear you.
It only took me like 12 movies.
He hates, I shouldn't say, he doesn't hate Spider-Man. It's not his favorite character.
Agreed.
I
always thought Spider-Man was like, I have the power of spiders. Yeah.
Hey, honey, come in here quick. Katie saw Spider-Man Far From Home, the movie that you refuse to watch because you're not a Spider-Man fan.
I am not, no.
Right? You don't hate him. I just
don't like the Spider-Man character, yeah.
Don't like the Spider-Man character. Katie also doesn't like the Spider-Man character. Katie, will you please tell Voice Guy Patches about your reaction to Spider-Man Far From Home?
So I went to it because Eric likes Spider-Man a lot. Like, it's his favorite. And I was like, you know what? I might as well, because it's the continuation of the Avengers series or whatever. And I like Jake Gyllenhaal, right? He's one of the few guys whose face I can recognize. And I went, and it was a very well done movie, because Marvel does good movies. And the entire time they're like, boo-hoo, Iron Man's dead. And I was like, okay, cool, don't care. And I was like, yeah, he's dead, move on, whatever. But turns out that's the plot.
Yeah.
And
don't tell him too much.
And I liked Jake Gyllenhaal's character. He was very well done. He's a very good actor. I don't know how to say this without spoiling it, so I'm just going to kind of bypass it a lot.
Sure.
He acts with his eyes.
Yes.
Right? And he's very intense in the face.
Yeah.
Right?
I felt like he was kind of like looking into my personal soul.
I feel like they did the same thing that they did with Bane, where it's like, you know what, here's a mask to cover your whole face. Just look at the eyes. Only the eyes. Can you act with your eyes? Only the eyes.
All right. She's not telling you the part that she said before you walked in.
But the reason I like Spider-Man now,
Far From Home movie,
is because of the post-credits scene. And only the post-credits scene.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, you got to leave. We got to talk about that.
And I was like, finally, it's getting juicy.
Right?
That's the only reason I like Spider-Man now.
Those two post-credit scenes were the most like meaningful post-credit scenes.
I didn't even remember the middle one. I only remember the last one.
What?
What was the middle one?
Well, I don't want to talk about it with my husband.
Go away, Patrick.
No, it's okay. It's all right. But I was like, whoa, hey.
I don't even remember that one.
If you didn't stay for the post-credits, you missed the point of the movie.
He can't hear you. Go ahead and remind me which one it was.
Okay. I'm trying to, there were two of them. But basically they outed Spider-Man.
No, that was the last one.
Right.
Yeah, that's the one I liked.
What was the second one?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But that was the one I was like, oh, it's finally getting juicy. Here we go.
But then I was like, oh, what are we going to do? Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Wow, Spider-Man, everybody's going to know who he is. This is crazy. It's going to ruin everything. And then I was like, wait, everybody knew Tony Stark was Iron Man. Steve Rogers is Captain America. I mean,
some big beefy guy from 1945, right? And you're like, I don't know if he's Captain America.
Like, at first I was like, this is a scandal on such magnitude. I can't even believe it. And then I was like, well, he's not the first superhero.
I still think it is a scandal, though, because he's like 16 and still in high school.
Well, they outed him as Spider-Man, but then they also went as far as to like make him out to be a murderer.
But also, do we trust Jake Gyllenhaal?
No.
You can't trust him in any movie.
No. And I knew the whole time he was being too nice.
Duh.
I'm like, this is too
it's
much.
It's the same thing Jude Law did in Captain Marvel.
Too nice.
Way too nice right away.
Way too nice.
And like the very first, like they're sitting at the bar before he hands over the glasses or whatever. And I was like, oh, he's being too nice. I don't trust him anymore.
Yeah.
And he was way too like coincidental. Because they're like, oh, yeah, just multiverse or whatever. Loaded excuse. And also, it was the scroll thing. That was the other one.
Yeah.
'Cause Nick Fury's on a beach somewhere, but not really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what I would do. But like the entire time I was like, there's no way you can trust him. Because I watched, was it Nightcrawler?
I don't know.
The movie where he let some guy die in a car fire so he could film it and be a good reporter.
So, yeah, I think that, I know what movie
it's
you're
like
talking
Night Watch or Nightcrawler, it's Night something. But I can never trust him since. And going into it, I knew he was a bad guy just because I could not trust him from another movie that wasn't related.
Way too nice.
Too nice.
So then he wasn't doing his job as an actor because you were still seeing him as Jake Gyllenhaal.
I mean,
sorry,
I appreciate
Jake.
it.
Sorry, Jake. I'm going to talk about this with you when you're at Ace Comic Con
I thought
Midwest.
it was really good. What? And he was my focus of attention the entire movie. Because I was like, he can't be trusted. And I kind of peeked over and I looked at my boyfriend and he was just so wrapped up in it and he was just enjoying himself. And I was like, I can't even like lean over and be like, I bet he's the bad guy.
Right?
I had to keep it to myself.
I will say I was disappointed that the multiverse wasn't a thing because it was giving me this hope that maybe there's like, another Tony Stark from a different, planet Earth and another Captain America and another Black Widow, and we could like not really have them back, but kind of have them back. And then they're like,
weren't you satisfied with Into the Spider-Verse?
No,
because like multiverse is too much.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Did you not see what the name of the Doctor Strange movie is? Something blah 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 multiverse something
or whatever.
Like it's like I don't know, the magical mystery ride of the multiverse or something like that.
Okay, Mr. Gonna let Iron Man die. Fine, sure.
He couldn't help it. He saw all the outcomes, and there was only one where they won, and it happened to be Tony dying. And you don't like Iron Man.
I don't even like Iron Man.
Right. Yeah. So what are you complaining about?
I don't know. I don't trust Doctor Strange either. Like, I knew he was involved in the whole Endgame thing. I knew it from the beginning. Because I was like, there's no way he would just be a sucker like that, right?
It's difficult with Doctor Strange because he didn't, similar to Tony, he didn't start out as a really, like, great human being. He was very
He was very like, oh, my hands are broken. My life's over.
Yeah. So
I very much, like, resonate with. Because, like, minor inconveniences ruined my life, too.
Sure, like falling down the stairs today.
Yes, right?
Yes.
But, like, at the same time, you're like a world-renowned doctor or whatever. You're like a genius, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to use none of that? You're just going to have magical powers now and just be like, oh, well, this is my thing now.
Listen, I could have all of the smarts in the world, and if someone said, do you want to be a magician? Yes. You want to be a wizard? Sure do.
Do I get the sparklers?
I sure do. I want to do the circly sparkly thing. Yes, I do.
I remember watching that and being like, oh, that's super lame. Because I was like, is that it? Like, you have magical powers, but you still have to spin your arm like a hula hoop?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, you got to activate the magic.
And then the bad guy was Mads Mikkelsen.
Well, why are you mad about that?
Because I like that.
Okay.
I'm into that.
Okay.
I like him. He's a great actor. He's Hideo Kojima's favorite actor.
I can't believe, I feel like Spider-Man Far From Home has been out for so long.
It has.
I can't believe
Since
we're
July
just
3rd.
talking about it.
It's been a month.
Okay. Well, that's not that long.
And I went like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And the theater was still full.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I still need to get my nephews to that. They just saw Endgame. Our friends last night who came over, they had watched Endgame for the first time just last night. Mm-hmm. So they were processing. And my one friend is like, Tony Stark is her guy. Iron Man's her guy, And so she was being pretty bitter about that. And then we did have the conversation again. I feel like the Marvel Cinematic Universe is going to have to answer for Captain America going back in time and screwing up the timeline, or how did he not screw up the timeline? He did.
Either he did or he did, because either he did screw up the timeline by going back and whatever, or he didn't screw up the timeline and he kissed his niece knowingly or something like that. It's very convoluted.
Well, but we saw him with Peggy, and
maybe it was all a dream. The easiest cop out.
I mean, he certainly screwed up the timeline for that poor sucker who was married to Peggy Carter.
Yeah, right. Not.
Nah. Sorry about you.
Didn't she have like kids or whatever?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So those kids no longer exist, I guess.
Right. So that is a problem. I am happy for Captain America.
But would you know it was messed up if you live in the timeline where that never existed?
I don't know.
I have a theory on this. So
yes, go ahead, Patches.
okay, so when they go to that end scene and showing him and Peggy dancing in the front room, well, that's clearly back in the 40s. You could tell by the style of cars.
Well, yes.
Okay, so Peggy still works for S.H.I.E.L.D. at that point, right? Does that mess up her ascension into S.H.I.E.L.D.? All right.
Yeah.
Does it mess up what Hank Pym did working with S.H.I.E.L.D.? Does it mess up what Howard Stark continued to do?
I mean, Howard Stark probably messed that up on his own.
Right. Did Hank Pym have hope at that point? I mean, like,
maybe.
Does the Winter Soldier even exist?
You just
then
going to
at
let
that
Bucky
point?
suffer for 60 years and say
Exactly.
nothing? Okay.
Exactly.
Speaking of, today's Sebastian Stan's birthday
No
as we're
way, it
recording
is?
this. Yeah, he's 37.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday, boo.
He's so grown up. What do you think he's doing for his birthday?
Probably nothing.
What
That's
do
what
you-
I would do.
What kind of cake do you think the Winter Soldier eats? He's probably not having any cake because he's
Yeah.
like training and getting all fit for his next
Beefy
movie.
or whatever.
Are they? Have they filmed Winter Soldier and
Falcon and the Winter
Falcon
Soldier?
and the Winter Soldier?
Don't know. I would
Okay.
think so if it's coming out in November.
Right? They have
That
to
it
have
would
done
already
that.
be done if they're already advertising it.
I would think so.
Like it's just sitting in the Disney vault somewhere.
Yeah.
But you never know. It might be
man.
a last minute thing. I don't think Disney does last minute.
I wouldn't think they tend to plan ahead.
Like a lot,
Disney.
like years.
Yeah. Speaking of that, there is rumor that there's going to now be a sequel to Aladdin. Does Disney not know when they do these sequels that they're bad? They're
Well-
like
Let's go through most of the Disney sequels throughout history.
okay.
The one where Little Mermaid had a daughter that ran away. The
Bad.
one where Aladdin got a TV show and met his dad or something like that.
Very bad.
Hercules got a TV series.
Very bad.
Tarzan and Jane got a TV series that wasn't that bad.
Wasn't bad?
No, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
I remember watching that. I don't know. There's quite a few. There's another one I'm thinking of. I can't remember the
I
name
mean,
of
don't
it.
they all have like
They all get a TV series, right?
Yeah. Or they did a like direct direct to,
Like direct to DVD,
DVD.
/ VHS,
Yeah.
depending. Because
Yeah.
like Pocahontas had a sequel.
Yeah, to date, the only one I could think that was actually a success was Toy Story 2.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Toy Story franchise.
That has 3 sequels.
It does. What else?
Yeah.
Frozen has one coming, so
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes. Do you want to go to Frozen?
No. I
Okay.
didn't want to go to the first one.
All right, I don't want to go to Frozen. I just wanted to.
I'm excited for
have
it
for
chapter
other people.
2. It's a little different.
Gosh. Oh, if you go to PopCon's website, there's now a countdown to our next movie night, which
how
is
cute.
It Too. And I like the countdown to the day I'm too busy to go to a movie.
Oh, I'm going to go see the midnight release.
Are you really?
Yes.
Are they going to do a midnight release?
Yes.
Really?
Probably.
Oh, you know what? My friend who makes the kind of nerdy blankets, she's working on an It one that's got the balloon.
Well, I'm sure 95% of it will be Pennywise's forehead, but
Well, no, it's just going to be the red balloon on the cobblestone.
it's pretty.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be really cool. I don't.
You didn't watch the movie, so you may not know that Pennywise has a gigantic 5 head.
Yeah, no.
And it's very detracting from the movie.
Which Skarsgård is that?
Bill.
Okay. Does he have that kind of?
No.
Okay, I don't.
I'm pretty sure it was all makeup because, like, when you look at him, he looks pretty normal.
Honestly, there's like so many like.
There's a lot of
Skarsgårds,
Skarsgårds.
and they could probably all walk in here right now, and I wouldn't know who any of them were.
I mean,
I'd
they'd
just
all
be like,
be-
I feel like I kind of maybe
It's
recognize.
a very
him.
attractive family.
Yeah.
But there's like 8 kids. And I don't know the names of all the Duggars. How do you expect me to know the names of all the Skarsgårds?
Did you know there's 9 kids in my family?
Wow. I don't know all your
I
all's
was going
names.
to say, can you name them all?
No. I can barely name 2.
Can you name all 4 of my cats?
No. No, I probably
Wait a
could.
second. Come on.
I probably could.
All right, that one.
Grayson.
Okay, Grayson is the one that has his tongue
Melody.
Melody. Yep, Melody's the
Amelia.
calico. Amelia
Rhodey is the
Siamese.
one I always forget.
Rhodey, he's right there.
Yeah.
Yep. there
For
you go.
some reason, I think Riley, and that's not right.
Riley was his brother. R.I.P. Riley.
R.I.P.
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up.
Sorry.
All right. This episode of The Kind of Nerdy Girls has been brought to you by.
Not falling down the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't do that.
All right. What else?
It Chapter 2.
Oh, yeah. Don't bring that up.